Okay. The very first thing you will be
Mm,
asked in any interview question that what do you understand with the DevOps and what is the
mm,
procedure or the steps to continue with DevOps. So
okay.
we have discussed this on DevOps lifecycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in this lifecycle, we were discussing about the plans first, and then after
Mm,
comes the code. Code part is done by the developers who design the
mm,
applications. But once they design, they push the application to a central repository, right?
mm.
From where other developers can take the code. Can you tell me what is the name of that repository or what is the name of that where
Git,
they, yes. So
GitHub.
yeah, GitHub where is the place where they store the source code. Git is the procedure or the command to send your source code from your local to the GitHub repository. Okay, so Git
Mm-hmm.
is basically the command type, and GitHub is the place where you store all your source code. Now, what is the need to store the source code?
What was that?
What is the need to store the source code in a single repository, in a single hub?
Uh, is that like a GitHub?
Why do we need to store our source code to GitHub?
Because we have to find all the edit or the history of that.
That's the one thing. We can find out the history, who has done the changes. What is the other importance?
And the other one is the developer or can see who's working on it.
You won't be able to see who is working, who has worked, we can see, and we
Hmm.
can also take the code from a single place. Like if someone has done some code, you can take
Okay.
that code from one place.
Okay.
Okay. The other benefit is that the further pipelines, okay, which are interlinked with your code, would get triggered once you push your code, which is also known as a
Hmm.
PR. Once you raise the PR. So what is the further steps? The step is build. Okay. Now, what is
Hmm.
the meaning of build? Any idea?
Build means
Hmm.
working uh, pieces making together.
Mm, Still not clear. In terms of coding, can you tell me what is the outcome of build? Suppose I
Mm,
have a game plan, okay, to develop an
yes.
application of game. I planned
Yes.
it, I coded it, and push all my game code to the GitHub. Okay. Now I have to give it to the customer. Will I give customer the source code, the coding part?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm asking. I'm asking. Will I give the
Yes.
source code to the customer?
No, they will create the file like a zip file or
Yes. What is the general name or the jargon known as binary or artifact files? Okay.
yes.
So the build is the one who combines your code and create a zip or binary or executable exe from your code,
Mm,
right?
yes.
So this is the benefit of using this build set. Now, who is which who is responsible for building this to combine your code and create exe? Who is responsible? Which tool? So the tool is actually known as Jenkins.
Oh, okay. Now I understand.
So Jenkins is the one where you define the steps to build your code. So
Okay.
all the build is taking place in the Jenkins.
Mm,
Got it? Now
yes.
Jenkins is the oldest one. In the recent time, GitHub Action also come into the picture. It means in GitHub itself you can create your uh, this build artifact, exes, binaries, zip, everything. And
So you
also,
mean
hmm,
GitHub or Jenkins works like the same?
correct. Earlier, there was no option in GitHub, but now they have implemented GitHub action. Okay, this is one level above the current DevOps. If you ask a people who is 3-4 years of experience, they were having no idea that GitHub can do this one. But recently, GitHub did this one, and this is known as GitHub action.
Mm.
Okay, so in GitHub action, you can build your code as well, but we will not do that one. We will not solely depend upon GitHub. This is the issue, that if you start
Mm.
building your code in GitHub, you will be fully depend on GitHub. Okay, and no organization want to depend on a single tool. Got it?
Okay.
So
Okay.
the build process, we will be using Jenkins for building that EXAs. Now Jenkins is not the only one. GitHub, I said one, and there's GitLab also. There also you can do it. And the one more that our organization does is the Azure DevOps. Okay, I'll show you. Okay. This is how Azure DevOps looks like, in which you just focus on this pipeline. This pipeline does all the work that Jenkins does alone. Okay, this part of this,
Mm.
uh, this is whole Azure DevOps, and there's one feature known as pipeline. This pipeline itself does all the job that Jenkins does alone. Now I can create multiple pipelines, and these pipelines are known as build pipeline. Now when I say build pipeline, what does it mean? It will build something. Something what? Exe, zip file, image file, anything, right? So if I'll
So
click on
pipeline means creating some zip file or exe file.
correct, correct.
Okay.
So in pipeline, you write the code. For example, I'll show you one pipeline. Uh, Suppose this one, Delphi Tokyo. Okay. So this is a pipeline. Every day, this pipeline get built. Okay. Friday, 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 4 times run. So whenever any developer push their code, this pipeline will run. Okay.
Mm.
So 4 developer push the code. So 4 times this pipeline run. Okay. Now if I'll go
Mm.
inside each pipeline, I will see these are the agents. Basically, your build happen in any server. Now, what is this server? A machine, Windows machine, desktop machine, or anything. Okay.
Mm.
So these machines we configure. Even in Jenkins also, I'll show you where to configure. In Azure DevOps, we configure in this agent pool. And if I just click on any one of this agents, so these are the machines actually, physical machines on which
Mm.
my pipeline is running. I'll come back to my pipeline. Delphi document. Now, if I'll go inside each pipeline, you can see there is a one option of 51 published and one consumed. These are the artifact or the result of this pipeline build,
Mm.
which is say exe, all the executables. This is the main purpose of building a pipeline to convert your source code into this executable. Now, if you run this executable inside, see this is the zip file also it is creating. So all different types of binary file it is creating. Now, the steps to create this binary file, you have to tell it. Okay. So if you go any agent inside any agent, you can see all the steps to create that exe. You require a lot of tools, other tools, different steps. Okay. So your task
Mm.
will be as a DevOps engineer to create these steps which will convert your source code to exe. If I show
Mm.
you the coding of this pipeline, it may get confusing, but do let me know wherever you feel confused. I'll go to this Delphi Tokyo, click on edit. And see, these are the steps defined. And inside each step, if I want to go inside, click on manage task. See, here is the code written in PowerShell. So generally, this is the traditional pipeline. But nowadays, new pipeline, you have to write the code in YAML. I'll show you that one also. See, this is how it looks.
Mm.
So basically, you just need to know YAML. You can create your steps over here. Okay. You can define every steps, and every time this will get executed and your source code get converted into which one? Your binary or artifact.
Mm.
Understood?
Okay.
Okay. So the link between your source code and your exe or the binary files is the code written in between them. And this is the code, pipeline build code, that helps to convert your exe to your source code to exe. Now in Azure DevOps, I'm creating with the help of YAML pipeline. Means this language is a YAML language. But in case of Jenkins, you write other two types of language. I mean, other kind of language. I'll show you that one as well.
Mm.
But so far, have you understood the concept? What does Jenkins do? And what are the other alternative of Jenkins?
Yes.
So if somebody will ask you what is the use of Jenkins, how will you answer?
Can you say one more time?
If anybody will ask you what is the use of Jenkins,
It creates exe or zip file, right?
exe or don't answer like that.
Mm-hmm.
So say Jenkins is a pipeline tool or the build tool which
Mm-hmm.
actually help us to create the binary or artifact. If somebody will ask you binary like what, then you give executable exe or zip file or img png. But
Okay.
in general you call it those as binary or artifacts. Okay.
Okay.
So Jenkins is a tool that help us to build the pipeline which help us to convert our source code to binary or artifact.
Mm.
Okay. Once this is done, did we install Jenkins in the last class?
No, I didn't install it. I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
So have you ever created AWS account, AWS console account?
no.
I would say create your one account in AWS. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much easy. Initially, it gives you $200. That is a free account. So just click on create account. Okay. So start with USD $100 AWS plus earn $100 by completing various activity. Give your
Mm-hmm.
email and the password name. Okay. Verify your email and it will ask for your credit card as well. They will not charge a single penny, only 1 or 2 cent for just for confirmation account. Okay, that's it.
So
Mm.
they will ask me to put the card, and I put the card. You said,
Yeah.
and that's like charge me $100, right?
No. They won't charge you. They will give you $100 in your
Oh,
account. Okay, they won't charge you a single penny. Okay, remember,
okay.
they will give
Okay.
you $100 initially to use AWS. Okay, and then $100 when you start using different activities in AWS account, they will give you more $100 above that.
Mm.
Okay, so you'll be having $200 in your account in
Okay.
AWS account. So slowly, when you will use all the services, these $200 get exhausted. Okay,
Okay.
once it get exhausted, then you will be charged for using other services. Okay, and
Okay.
they won't detect automatically. Okay. They will ask
Mm.
permission from you. that this is the amount per month. Okay, and cost is very cheap. I'll show you. Okay, cost is not too much high. If I go inside my account, it's like T5, T7, 5, T6, T, and X. To confirm, I already have opened it. Okay, so what do you have to do? Let's go to the dashboard first. So when you log in into your AWS account, it will look like this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
where you will see your location, your account ID, the account unique number. These are the services that AWS provide. We will cover this one in later classes. Okay, and these are the dollars that I have been charged for using these services. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so what do you have to do? Go to the EC2 instance, okay, and launch instance. Launch without walkthrough. So I'm going to create an Ubuntu instance, which will help me to connect with the AWS. So give it a name. What are we going to learn? Jenkins. Right? Type Jenkins.
So
Jenkins.
when you create a Jenkins, so you have to install through AWS.
No, no, no. We will, this EC2 instance will give you an Ubuntu machine, a Linux
Oh,
machine.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
And everything you will do it accordingly. But in your case, it will be free tire. I have exhausted my $200, but in your case,
Mm,
it will be free tire.
okay.
Okay. So the name I've given Jenkins server, uh, Ubuntu I'm going to take and see. This is the charges for per hour. Once you will exhaust your, initially you will get 700 hours free to use. Okay.
Mm,
Once you exhaust that 700 hour, then they start charging you. So right now, if you see my, these are the charges. If I use Linux based pricing, 0.000112 USD dollar per hour, which is not that much. Okay.
mm,
And then you need to create a key pair. It is dependable. If you want, you can create. Otherwise, you can leave it. I'll show you in the later classes. Right now, I'm not going to create. I'll just proceed without a key pair recommendation. Then security group, everything let it be. Okay. Our main aim is just to get the Ubuntu machine right now. Click on create. Once you get created, click on this instance. Mhm. See, this instance Jenkins server is running, right?
mm-hmm.
Click on this one and try to connect. Click on connect. See, now we have got one Jenkins server.
Mm.
Okay, so not Jenkins, Ubuntu server. So first of all, I have to install Jenkins into it. But before that, just do sudo apt update to update the server. Okay, it got updated. Let's go to Jenkins website and try to download. Mhm. In Linux, we want to download Ubuntu server, and this is the command sudo apt update. We have already done. Now we need to install the Java. So I'll copy this one. Go to here, right click. Yes. So this will install OpenJDK 21. Say yes.
Do you install Java in
Ubuntu machine. Okay.
an open machine?
Then we will check Java version. So you can see the Java is 21 version. Okay. Means Java
Hmm.
installed correctly. Now the next stage is once you install the Java, you need to copy this code and then update, install the Jenkins. I'll just copy this code. Control C.
This is for update or
See, these are the packages that required to install the Jenkins.
okay.
Okay. I'll copy this one, paste it, and then press enter. Okay, it's done. Then sudo apt install Jenkins. Yes, I want to install. It will take few minutes. You can even change your location by clicking over here. Whatever the location you want, you can change it. Whatever closer to you.
Hmm.
Okay, we are done with the Jenkins installation. Let's just confirm. You can see all the Jenkins where it is. Running from this one. So see, Java Jenkins war file is got created.
Hmm.
Uh, the Jen- oh, this is the version of your Jenkins 2.555.2. Got it? Any question?
No.
If I want to try to access this public IP address, I'll click over here, Control B. What is the uh, port number of Jenkins? It's
8080?
880. Yeah, we'll click over here, but we might not be able to access it. Why? Because there is a one security rule that we need to cover. Go to security groups, then click on inbound rules. So it basically says who can access your Jenkins. So I am allowing all the traffic that are coming from the outside should access my Jenkins, which generally should not be there. Otherwise, you can also access my Jenkins. Okay, save this
Hmm.
rule. And now if I'll go over here and refresh the page, see Jenkins got installed. Now I'll have to get the key. I'll just copy this one. and go to our this. I'll type cat, paste it over here, press enter. Permission denied, it is saying. So what do we do? Sudo 777. I'll tell you the meaning of this one. Right click, paste it, press enter. Sorry, chmod. Then access. Let's type sudo in front of it. And now it is should be accessible. If I do cat, still it is showing. Okay, let's go to this path first. The permission denied. So it is inside war file, cd war, here it is. Then we'll go to cd, inside war lib. Okay, then we'll go inside cd lib Jenkins, then cd secrets, permission denied. Okay, now let's do secrets. Now if I do ls, I need this one, right? Just confirm, yes, initial password. So I'll do cat.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And here is the password. I'll just copy this one. Go to here and continue. Never. Install the Sessions plugin. Now this Jenkins is installed on which server? Your Ubuntu server. Okay. So all the data that you will create on Jenkins will be available in your Ubuntu server. So if this server you terminate, Jenkins will be gone.
Mm,
So this is the best way to start with your Jenkins.
mm.
All the necessary plugins that it required, Git, pipeline, SSH build agents.
So now the it just log into Jenkins. What is like getting
Jenkins
started?
is installed, and now Jenkins we are starting. I mean, we are trying to access the Jenkins application. It's just like a
Okay.
game. Initially, we installed the game. Now we are running the game.
Okay. But you cannot like install manually in like a Windows computer. Like you
You
have to
can,
create.
but for that you need to have uh, this one. Click on this Windows. Okay. What do you need to have initially? You need to have set up your Java JDK. Okay. And then only you can go and install Jenkins. I'll show you next time. I'll show you installation in the Windows. Okay.
Okay.
So it's almost done. Just give it a password admin, 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 save and continue. Email also, admin at the rate. Close. And this is the URL in which you can
Mm,
see this is the your IP address of your server, Ubuntu
mm,
server, right? Conference, start using Jenkins. So here is a Jenkins.
okay.
Go to this new item. These are the couple of things. Initially you will get it, but the most famous are these two, above and bottom. Let's create a pipeline. Okay, give it a name. I'll give it a name as job one. Click on pipeline. Click on OK. So this is how it looks like. It's a bit boring. I know the
Mm,
even the UI is outdated kind of, but people are so much acquainted with this and they don't want to change it. As long as it is working, they don't bother about the UI.
mm,
Let's give it a description. This is uh Jenkins first class. Okay. Then is it a GitHub project? Right now it is not a GitHub project. Plus,
mhm,
do not allow this pipeline to resume if its control is restart. A lot of things there. Right now we'll see all this later. Then you want to build it with GitHub, which means if you push anything on GitHub and the Jenkins should get triggered. If you want that, you can click on this one. But right now we'll do that one on later classes. Let's create a small hello world. Okay. So just see. This is known as Groovy script. Okay. Some
mm,
company which they want Jenkins as a skill, they will also ask you to have this Jenkins plus Groovy script knowledge. So let me just show you any job portal, DevOps job. I'll just create DevOps job near me. Now I'll click any of this one. Click over here. Now let's see what do they want. They want CI/CD pipeline. This can be achieved through Jenkins. Okay, one of the
mm,
tool. Must have a skill, Red Hat, OpenShift, Linux, and these are the good to have. Hmm, okay, they want experience with this one. This company might not be doing their build on Jenkins, so they don't want. Let me see a few
mm.
more. Because 90% company require that Jenkins.
Yeah, I see a lot of Jenkins. Yeah.
Yeah, include that, 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 that. See,
Here. Yeah, they have here.
yes. See, either GitHub Action, which I just told you, Azure DevOps, I showed you this one. My organization
Mm-hmm.
work in Azure DevOps, and the one which you are studying is a Jenkins.
Mm,
Okay, so this part we are almost done as for the senior DevOps engineer. Then later on we will look into this Docker and Kubernetes and Helm. Okay, so these two will also be get covered along with that Python. You are already doing it.
mm,
Terraform, I will take care of that one. Okay, monitoring and logging also I will take care, and system design and the networking part also.
mm,
So kind of a, yours seems like to be prepared almost with this one. So they want Azure cloud, but we will be doing AWS cloud. Okay,
mm.
which is more demanded.
Yes.
Okay. So this is how the Groovy script look like. So if they want Jenkins, they might be having their pipeline code in Groovy script, which looks like and pretty agent, pretty normal. Here agent name, the server name that you have to give. Okay. On which server you want to run. If it is any, it means it will run on the same server where your Jenkins is installed. Then stage name is hello. And what do you want to print? Hello world. I can print anything. This is for uh, Jenkins class. Okay, this is the one step. You can create another step. Okay, and put all the other tasks over there. Okay, I'm not going to create. Just apply and then save it. And then you have to click on this build now. Right now, what you have done is known as CI, continuous integration. I'll click on build now. And see, CI process is start taking place. It should not take this much of time actually. Let's see what comes. You can even click on this one to see what is going on. And see, it is waiting for the available executor. Shouldn't be the case. Pause and resume. Might be some issue. Uh, Not getting the executor, which basically says any of the pipeline or any of the plugin is not working correctly, which will execute it. No worries. We'll go back to changes, go to job one, click on configure, just give it a look. Uh, and click on build to the pipeline node. Let it take that much of time. Till then I'll better create another job to click on this freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the pipeline one where you need to code and execute, but freestyle when you already coded in any file. For example, next class I'll show you. Like I coded everything in Python and I want to run that Python file. Okay, for that
Mm.
you can use this as for freestyle. The name freestyle itself says that you can choose any of the language you want and you can build that one. So click on build state. I'll choose Windows Shell. I'll just do echo. Okay, this is our Jenkins. I save it. Click on build now. But the issue seems to be like something different. Waiting for the next available executor. Offline, click on this build node. Uh, bring this node back to online. Click on this one. If I'll go back to our Jenkins, click on job. When, file, to execute now. And until then, let me check the job too. What is happening? Build again. Do some changes over here. Save it. Build now. Still build is offline. Okay, disk space is below 1 GB threshold. So the issue is actually to run your job, it requires a minimum of 1 GB free space. But when we have chosen the T3 Micro Linux, it might not be having free disk is this much.
I think we did like 3 GB.
Yeah, all the 3 GB has been exhausted. Might be because of installing this one. Let me do df-h. Available. We have the available. Stop. CPU usage is very less. This much. Why we are getting this one? No worries. I'll take a look into this one. Until then,
Hmm.
you just create your account in AWS. Okay. Yeah. One more thing.
Okay.
Just take a screenshot of this. Okay. Until then, what you have to do, create your account in AWS, install Java and Jenkins in this one. Okay. And try to replicate whatever I have done so far. Along
Okay.
with that, when you are done, okay, always remember to stop this agent. Okay. Terminate or stop. For now,
Hmm.
just stop this agent. And when you stop the agent, there's one issue. Every time when you stop and rerun, this public IP address changes. And because of this, your Jenkins won't be working next time when you on it. And for that, we have this one elastic IP address. So more about this one, we'll talk on our next class or on AWS class. But for now, just create your Jenkins server, do everything, okay, and see
Okay.
everything is working or not. Once you are done, you can terminate it. We can do it later on as well. I don't want everything to be running.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'll just terminate it for now. Any confusion or any question till now?
No, I will go to see the recording video and I will just do it the same way you did it.
Yes. I'll just check what's the issue with this one. Stop the recording.